Ezekiel 17, 1 through 10. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle, and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. And say, Thus saith the Lord God, a great eagle with great wings, long-winged, full of feathers, which had diverse colors, came unto Lebanon, and took the highest branch of the cedar. He cropped off the top of his young twigs and carried it into a land of traffic. He set it in a city of merchants. He took also the seed of the land and planted it in a fruitful field. He placed it by great waters and set it as a willow tree. And it grew and became a spreading vine of low stature, whose branches turned toward him, and the roots thereof were under him. So it became a vine, and brought forth branches, and shot forth sprigs. There was also another great eagle with great wings and many feathers, and behold, this vine did bend her roots toward him, and shot forth her branches toward him, that he might water it by the furrows of his plantation. It was planted in a good soil by great waters, that it might bring forth branches, and that it might bear fruit, that it might be a goodly vine. Say thou, Thus saith the Lord God, Shall it prosper? Shall he not pull the roots thereof, and cut off the fruit thereof, that is wither, that it wither? It shall wither in all the leaves of her spring, even without great power or many people to pluck it up by the roots thereof. Yea, behold, being planted, shall it prosper? Shall it not utterly wither when the east wind toucheth it? It shall wither in the furrows where it grows. Ezekiel 17 uses parables of two eagles and a vine to condemn King Zedekiah's broken treaty with Babylon and reliance on Egypt. It teaches that God is sovereign over international politics, punishing Judah's treachery with exile while promising future restoration of the Davidic line through a messianic tender twig. In Ezekiel 17, 1 through 10, God instructs Ezekiel to speak a parable to Israel regarding two eagles and a vine. A great eagle, Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, takes the top of a cedar, King Jehoiakim, to a land of trade. A second eagle appears, and the vine, Judah, Zedekiah, foolishly turns its roots toward it for help, leading to its certain destruction. The first eagle, Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, takes the top branch of a cedar, King Jehoiakim, to a land of trade, and plants a seed, Zedekiah, in fertile soil. The first eagle, verses 3 through 4, representing King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, who takes the highest branch of the cedar, Jehoiakim, royalty, and carries it to a land of trade, Babylon, captivity. The vine, Judah, Zedekiah, grows into a vine that turns its roots toward a second eagle, representing Zedekiah's rebellion against Babylon and seeking aid from Egypt. The seed, verses 5 through 6, the eagle plants a seed from the land in fertile soil, setting up Zedekiah as a vassal king, which grows into a low spreading vine. The second eagle, verse 7, represents Egypt. The vine, Judah, Zedekiah, bends its roots and branches towards this second eagle for water, help, breaking its covenant with the first eagle, Nebuchadnezzar. The outcome becomes the vine breaks its covenant. It will be withered by the east wind, Babylonian destruction. The judgment, verses 9 and 10, God asks if such a vine will prosper. The prophecy declares it will be uprooted because of its disloyalty to the Babylonian imposed covenant. This passage highlights Judah's faithlessness in relying on foreign alliances, Egypt, rather than trusting in God's judgment, which resulted in the final downfall of Jerusalem. Meaning of the parable, verse 11 through 21, Ezekiel explains that Zedekiah broke a solemn oath made in God's name, which is viewed as a betrayal of God himself. The messianic promise, verses 22 through 24, God promises to take a tender sprig from the top of the high cedar and plant it on a high mountain, representing the restoration of the house of David. This branch will become a noble cedar, providing shade, security for all nations, a prophecy pointing to the Messiah. The precept, John 15 and 5, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. Note, Jesus describes himself as the source of life, the vine, and his followers as the branches, emphasizing that they must remain connected, abide, to him to produce spiritual fruit, as apart from him they can do nothing. Ezekiel 17:21 through 24. And all his fugitives with all his bands shall fall by the sword, and they that remain shall be scattered toward all winds, and ye shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it. 22. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also take of the high branch of the high cedar, and will set it. I will crop off from the top of his young twigs a tender one, and will plant it upon a high mountain, an eminent. 23. In the mountain of the height of Israel will I plant it, and it shall spring forth boughs, and bear fruit, and be a goodly cedar. And under it shall dwell all fowl of every wing. In the shadow of the branches thereof shall they dwell. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord, have brought down the high tree, have exalted the low tree, have dried up the green tree, and have made the dry tree to flourish. I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it. Precept John 15, 1 through 5. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman, the vineyard, or the gardener. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth, that it may bring forth much fruit. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Double entendre, a word or phrase that is to open, that is to interpretation.